So you own a camera and you're asking yourself, can I actually make money from this? I remember asking myself that same question when I first started my photography, videography journey. I was about 16 years old and my parents bought my sister and I our first camera ever. It was an old Canon T3i, a very popular camera for beginners back in the day. Back then, I wasn't even thinking about how I could make money. I was just concerned with how I could take amazing photos or make really cool videos. Fast forward several years later, and those same skills that I learned on that first camera have opened doors for me that I never could have imagined. From shooting paid projects to starting this YouTube channel to opening my own print store. I mean, these are things that my 16-year-old self couldn't even comprehend. Hi, I'm Zach, and I'm a filmmaker and photographer who has shot everything from wildlife to weddings to music videos and even portraiture work for clients. And over the past couple of years, I've figured out 7 real ways to earn money from a camera. Things I wish I would have figured out sooner. So in this video, I'm going to be that friend that helps you skip the trial and error and show you how to make real money from your camera in 2025 and going into 2026. Plus, I'm going to give you a bonus tip on how you can make money from your camera even while you sleep. The first way to make money from your camera is going to be providing a service for brands and local businesses. We live in a day and age where content is king, and brands and businesses know this. And so they're constantly looking for photos and videos to make short-form content, to make ads, to make long-form content, to have product photography on their website to help showcase their products that they're trying to sell. And that, my friend, is where you come in. By creating this type of content for them, you are able to help them sell their product. And that is very valuable. And it's a bonus if you can do both photo and video work for these brands or businesses. Because instead of them having to hire out 2 different people, a photographer here and a videographer here, they can come to you for both jobs and you can make more money together with a bundled package. Just to name a couple things that you could do for these brands or businesses, you can provide product photography, you can make short-form content for them, you can make long-form content for their website or their YouTube channel. And this type of work is very popular in a lot of different niches. For example, if you're in the lifestyle niche, you can make content for hotels. You can make content for travel agencies. If you're a wildlife filmmaker, you can make content for outdoor gear or brands who are known to specifically work with wildlife content creators. And you don't even have to be a content creator to land these types of gigs. You could just basically run your own production company that targets brands or local businesses in your area and earn really good money doing just that. I will say, in order to make real money from working with brands or local businesses, you will need to have a solid portfolio to approach them and pitch your services. It's just the way the freelance client base industry works. You need a solid portfolio. So if you haven't already, I would definitely recommend building one, and that way, over time, you can start charging more for your work. The second way to make money from a camera is to actually work with consumers. This type of business is very popular in the photography, videography world. This involves shooting weddings, doing portraiture work, doing music videos, doing any type of work for people who aren't necessarily businesses themselves. That's what this falls into. So you're going to get a lot of family portraits. You're going to get a lot of pet photography. You're going to get a lot of graduation shoots, weddings, music videos, especially when artists are just starting out. I think, if you're working with more established artists, they can be kind of seen as a business to business. But when you're just building out your music portfolio, you'll be working with more consumers than businesses. And this is a very popular way for many photographers and videographers to make money. Even myself, I fall into this niche. I shoot weddings, I shoot portraiture work for clients, I shoot music videos for artists who need them. And it is a very fun and engaging way to make money from a camera. And I really enjoy it. Just like the first way to make money, this way also requires you to build up a portfolio over time so that clients can trust you to provide a really good service for them so they can end up with photos or videos that they're really happy with. So if this is an area that you want to pursue, definitely start building up a portfolio. How I built up a portfolio is I was taking lots of portraits of my sister or friends, and then other friends started asking me to take pictures of them. And then that's when, I started charging a little bit of money And they were like, yeah, sure, we'll do it. And so I earned a little bit of money from it. And then just over time, it kept building up and building up. And I started charging more. And then now I solely only work with clients. I rarely ever do friend shoots unless I just feel like it. But yeah, this is a great way to earn money from with your camera. And it's easier to build a portfolio than it is to work with brands or local businesses, just because you can start taking pictures of your own family. You can take pictures of your siblings. You can take pictures of your friends, and therefore you're already building a portfolio. This is a good way to earn money pretty quickly, and I definitely recommend it if you're just starting out and wanting to make money the fastest. Weddings, portraiture work, music videos, this is going to be your best bet to make money as quickly as possible. Now, the next 5 ways to make money from your camera is actually where things get pretty interesting. Because unlike the first 2 ways that I've already mentioned, you're not trading your time for money. When you take on client work or freelance work, or even when you're working with brands, you're basically taking a paid gig where they pay you to go out and do something. Usually it's a 1, 2, 3 hour shoot. If it's a wedding, sometimes it can be 8 hours or 10 hours. You're doing this gig for that many hours, then you have to come back home and edit it, and then you give them the photo or video work that they hired you for, and you're getting paid for that. You're getting paid for the amount of time you put into the project and exchange and giving them that service that you're providing. You're trading time for money. These next 5 ways that I'm going to talk about do not require any of that. They do require initial time up front to build, but once it's built, it will earn you money basically while you sleep. I mean, nothing's truly passive income, but these next 5 ways do not require you to solely exchange your time for money. It can kind of like compound over time. Several years ago, I read a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. In that book, he talks a lot about building assets, things that make you money while you sleep. And another financially successful person that most of us know of, Warren Buffett, famously said, if you don't figure out how to make money while you sleep, you'll work until you die. And so with that mindset shift, let's talk about the next 5 ways how to make money off of your camera. Number 3, selling prints. Now, if you decided to pursue the second way I mentioned to make money, which means chances are you're shooting weddings or doing portraiture work, selling prints is a great way to make money on the back end. Because who doesn't want a picture of their wedding hanged up on their wall in their home, or who doesn't want a picture of the graduation photo? And then chances are their family is going to want pictures hung up in their homes. So by selling prints in the business to consumer business model, it is a very profitable way to make money off the back end. Now, if you aren't, doing weddings or portraiture work, you can still make good money by selling your own prints, especially if you're into wildlife photography or nature photography, cityscape photography, astrophotography, basically anything that makes you get out of your house and shoot really cool stuff. People love buying those types of prints. So if you've got a ton of wildlife photos sitting on your hard drive, maybe think about cleaning some of them up, making them look really nice, and exporting them as print files, and setting up your own print shop and marketing them on Instagram or YouTube or however you want to go about it, and start selling your own prints. This is something I recently did, as I have a ton of wildlife photos on my hard drive, as well as landscapes and cityscapes on my hard drive. Luckily for me, I already had my website built. I personally use Squarespace. I made it so that I could help market myself as a photographer for weddings or portraiture work. And I decided this would be a cool little bonus for me to help earn extra money because it's like, why not? I already have the website built. So this is something I did about a month ago, and I am currently selling 9 prints. A couple of the photos I took when I went on a Grand Canyon trip last summer in 2024. I went to the Grand Canyon and a couple of national parks in Utah. I took all these photos just because, I just wanted to for fun, and I just wanted to capture the memories. I wasn't even thinking about selling the prints, but I got them and I had fun looking back on them with my friends. And now I'm selling a couple of them for prints. And on top of that, I did a wildlife shoot earlier this year where I got tons of photos of alligators and herons. And I'm now packaging all of that to sell on my website. Personally, for me, I use Squarespace to sell my own prints, but there are several other options. Another option, popular option, is Shopify. And I would recommend Shopify, especially if you only want to sell prints and you're not looking to build a portfolio on your website to take on client work, just because Shopify makes it super easy to sell stuff online. The other thing to keep in mind too when it comes to selling prints is that it does cost a little bit of money to invest up front. I mean, building a website isn't free, and you do have to pay for a website domain and hosting. But if you have a little bit of money to invest, this could be a really good asset to build. The fourth way to make money from your camera is by selling presets, LUTs, or even motion graphics. So if you are a photographer, chances are you throw on a preset for every single one of your photos. I know I personally do this, and it helps me get a consistent look for every single photo that I take and edit. Now, there are people out there who love the way you edit, and so therefore they would love to find a super quick way to achieve your look. And what's the best way for them to do that? By buying your preset. And if you're a videographer who knows how to color grade your own footage and people love the way your footage looks, this is a great way for you to make money, because it's basically the exact same thing as throwing a preset on a photo, except for videographers, it's called LUTs. Now, when it comes to motion graphics, this is specifically towards video editors. As a video editor myself, we all know that, buying motion graphics can really help speed up the workflow for an editor. And if you are really good at creating motion graphics or really nice transitions, these are things that you can sell to people to help speed up their workflow. And there are tons of businesses out there who solely do this, and they make very good money. Motion VFX is a great example of this, Envato elements, story blocks. So if this is something that you're interested in, feel free to give it a try. The fifth way to make money from your camera is by being a content creator. Now, we all know platforms such as YouTube or TikTok pay creators when they're getting a lot of views via their AdSense programs. Now, what I've heard personally is that YouTube tends to pay the most. So if I were you, I'd personally focus on YouTube, which is what I'm doing here. And it can be a really good way to earn money while you sleep as your AdSense grows. Now, I haven't made any money off this channel yet, as I just started it, but I have made money off YouTube's AdSense program on another channel that I have, and it was really, really cool seeing those $500 checks rolling in the mail. Now, $500 is on the small side compared to other much bigger YouTube channels, but I can speak from personal experience. It was really nice seeing that, and receiving those checks again is definitely something I look forward to when I grow this channel. Now, AdSense is only one way you can make money off of a YouTube channel. YouTube is actually a really great way to attract clients, especially if you're doing weddings or portraiture work or music videos. And that's also another reason why I started this channel. I knew that by me making these videos and putting my own personality out there, it would really attract clients who would want to work with me, and while also building AdSense off these videos. And so it was just a really smart move for me to do to make this channel. And it's definitely something I encourage you to do if you're into content creation or if you're into video and you're interested in talking on camera, as it can be a great way to earn AdSense money and monetize it several different ways. The sixth way to make money from your camera is by selling courses. Now, if you've been doing photography or videography for several years now, chances are you've picked up a bunch of skills that beginners do not know. This could be as simple as knowing what shutter speed is, or aperture is, or ISO, or like what they all do and how they impact lighting on your camera, how they impact how your image turns out. These are valuable skills that beginners are looking to learn. And so you can package this in a video series and sell them to people who are interested in learning. And this can be a great way to fulfill the teaching role and also not necessarily trading your time for money. Because if you were to do in-person teaching or, live video calls teaching, such as like a consultation call, you are trading your time for money, usually an hour or so meeting with somebody and teaching them, and then you get paid for that hour. Versus if you make an online course teaching people the exact same thing, you can sell that course over and over and over again, and all you had to do was make it once. And so this is a great way to earn money from your camera, and selling online courses in today's age in 2025 and even going into 2026 and so on. It'll be a really great popular way to earn money from the skills you have developed by using and learning your camera. The seventh way to earn money from your camera is with stock photo and video. Every photo or video clip you have shot has the potential to earn money off of it right now. This could be anything such as short lifestyle clips, wildlife clips, family clips, nature clips. If you have anything like this on your hard drive just collecting dust, these are things that can be uploaded to a stock website and sold to either filmmakers or companies looking to use that footage in whatever video they're looking to create. This is basically like selling prints, but instead of selling a tangible product, you're basically licensing footage or photos for others to use in their projects. Popular platforms that do this are Shutterstock, Pond5, Adobe Stock, and then a great free version is called Pexel. I've personally used it several times before, so I definitely recommend checking it out. And now the bonus way to earn money from your camera. This is personally one of my favorite ways to earn money off of my skills and camera gear, and it's with affiliate marketing. If you don't know what affiliate marketing is, it's basically marketing products that other companies sell, and then you get a commission off of those products whenever a person buys it. And this is a great way to make money, especially in the photo and video business. Because what does every photographer and videographer most likely have? A camera. And what are people looking to buy when they first want to get into photography and videography? A camera. And so what you can do is actually market your own camera to people that are interested in learning photography. This is what I personally do on this YouTube channel. For example, in my last video, I did a what's in my camera bag video for anybody who's interested in learning what I shoot on. And in the description, you can see that I listed a bunch of links to every single one of the products I mentioned in that video. And when someone clicks one of those links and purchases one of those products, I earn a small commission off of that. And over time, that can really, really add up. Now, if you're looking to get into affiliate marketing, you do need to apply to certain affiliate programs. For me personally, I'm part of the Amazon Associates program, and I know several others are in the B&H affiliate program or even the Sony program for you Sony shooters out there. And I'm sure Canon and Nikon probably have their own affiliate programs, but all you really need is one. I've been a part of the Amazon Associates program for almost 2 years now, and I'm pretty happy with it. So yeah, would definitely recommend the Amazon Associates program. I know it's really popular with YouTubers as well. So definitely look into it if affiliate marketing is something you want to get into. That's it for this video, guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I hope this video provided real value for you guys to get inspired with how to make money off of your own camera. Let me know down below in the comments which way you feel would be best for you. You know, I would love to see which of these ways inspired you to make money off your camera. If you're interested in seeing what kind of prints I personally sell, feel free to check out my print store. I'll be linking it down below in the description for you guys to check out. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below in the comments and I'd be happy to answer them. With that being said, guys, thank y'all again so much for watching, and y'all take it easy.